tell you where the fish are.
Triple! Get in there!
Ooh,
that's a nice fish.
Yeah, man.
I'll tell you where the fish are.
Woo! Hey everybody, Chris Schaefer with Pautzke Outdoors. Today we're back to you straddling the North Carolina-Virginia border again. We're on the upper end of Kerr Lake. This time we're in the Staunton River. It's springtime, and during springtime, a lot of the catfish migrate up here. So we're gonna try to do the trifecta today. We're gonna hit the blue catfish, the channel catfish, and the flatheads. And we're gonna be soaking Catfish Nectar soaked baits, and you know what those are. Anywhere from shad to bluegill to perch. Redbeard has got us covered. And we're going up into the moving water to see if we can find some quality cats. Let's see how we do.
You're just sitting out there in that strong current. Not gaining any ground on him. Let's see, we're not budging him. Can't tell if this is a pretty good fish or if he's just freaking.
Ooh.
He just knows what he's doing in this current. I'm gonna bring him up over here. He's just a dark blue. Kind of get the net behind him, and I'll just let him fall back into it. Not a bad fish. Get behind him. Yeah, he's got to swim up. Then reel down, pick him up. Pick him up. Nice. Get it. That's why they call them blue catfish. You see how dark colored this one is. Very pretty fish. We're going to send him home so he can get a little bit bigger. Catch him again next year. Try to get him off the bottom.
Come on, buddy.
Crap down there.
Not gaining much. Hope he grows while I'm reeling him in. Everybody knows catfish bite in the rain. It holds true again today. I don't think he's a monster. Come on, buddy. He's almost surfing. You want to just grab him or? Go back up. Just a good eater size. We're gonna put him back for somebody else to get in a couple of years. See you later, buddy.
Hey, I'm Wes Jordan of Redbeard Cats, and today I'm just gonna talk a little bit about how I prepare my baits. I've got a couple of baits that I caught this morning. I've got a white perch here. I've got a big gizzard shad here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut those up, show you how I cut them up. There's no right or wrong way to do this, but I do have my own preferences. I like to cut them behind the gill plate. You get all that good stuff there. A perch this size I'll get probably 3 pieces of bait out of. Sometimes a year you may want to use less bait, smaller baits. Other times a year the fish, you know, they're just out there eating, so they're gonna eat whatever you throw at them. So don't hesitate to use big bait. Bigger baits typically mean bigger fish. So after I've cut this bait up, what I'm going to do is take it, I've just got a regular old gallon Ziploc bag here. I put those baits in there, all that good blood, guts, the things that catfish love. It's all going in the bag. And then I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take my Catfish Nectar here. I've already shook this up, but it's important to shake it. And I'm just going to squirt that right in the bag here with all the bait. Now if I'm gonna soak this overnight, I might only use half a bottle, so you know, you can get a couple uses out of one bottle. This stuff's pretty potent, it's strong. So, once I've got, pretty much got the baits covered there, and you can see they're soaking good, they're already soaking up that color. I'll let that sit. We're out here fishing today. I just caught these this morning, so I'm gonna do a quick soak on them, just let them soak as we fish. But ideally, I'd catch these baits the day before and I'd let them soak. I put them on ice, let them soak overnight. You know, sometimes I put them in the fridge. My wife really doesn't like that, but hey, it keeps the baits fresh and they're ready to go the next day. So that's pretty much it. Pretty simple. It's gonna help you catch more fish. In these conditions like we're in today, where the water's muddy, the water's moving, those baits wash out real quick. So sometimes after I use them for a little bit, toss them right back in the bag, recharge them, and they're ready to go when I get to the next spot.
Hooked up. That one's gonna feel fun.
A little light rod on him.
What is that, a crappie rod?
Yeah.
Let me know if I need to clear anything.
What pound test you got on there?
That's 12.
Enough?
Yeah, that's 10 to 12. Yeah, maybe that one. Or is that fish?
Might be this fish. What we got? Do we
Seen him yet? You got a planer board?
There's a planer board.
Oh, little
Catfish. That's a channel cat.
guy. Is it a channel?
Yeah.
First channel of the trip.
Mostly in this lake we're targeting blues and flatheads because they get the biggest, but we do still have channel catfish. You can see he's got a little narrower head than the blues, smaller mouth. They also have the freckles all over them. Once they get a little bigger they lose those, but the younger ones usually have those spots, so pretty cool fish. Something a little different. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about our setup we're using here. I'm running Okuma Classic Pro reels, the Classic Pro 202s. I've got some of the 300 class reels as well. They hold a little bit more line. They're good if you're drift fishing and have baits way back behind the boat, but I really like these reels. Great bargain for the money. I'm using slime line. This is 30-pound mono, super high visibility, abrasion resistant, so it's great in this structure that we're fishing. For the rod here, I'm using a big Cat Fever rod. If you haven't checked one of these rods out, you've got to. They feel great in your hand. It's got a cork handle. I've been fishing these for a couple of years now, and they work as well as when I first bought them. They're a little dirtier, but they work great. On this end of the line here, I'm using, again, a 3-way swivel there. I don't know if you can see that. And then I've got a homemade slinky weight that's just attached to a Duolock snap there. I like this setup because when I switch from anchoring to drifting, I can very easily change this weight out for, you know, a 4 or 5 ounce bank sinker if we're fishing heavy current. But the current we're in today is pretty light, so I'm just using my drift rigs. But super versatile rig. And then on this end, I've got a 50-pound leader. This is what folks refer to as a Santee Cooper Rig. So you got about 18 to 24 inches of leader line there. And then you've got a 3-inch cigar float pegged about 4 inches or so above the hook. Hook wise, I'm using 8-aught or 8 to 10-aught circle hooks. These particular ones are Mustad Demon circles, but the most important part is that you got a nice wide gap there. You can see how wide that is because that's catfish's lip's pretty big, so it's got to get around there.
Smack him. Yeah. Did you get him?
Yeah.
That was on the live chartreuse, right?
Yeah.
It was like 10 seconds. Oh, what the heck?
What is that?
Is that a striper? Here we are catfishing and Mr. Striper.
Is that a white bass? That is a huge white bass.
Wow.
I think that's big. I mean huge.
He just destroyed that.
Pretty nice white bass we just picked up on a Chartreuse Fire Dye shad. This guy ate a big bait. He was hungry, so we gave him something to chew on and he took the bobber down.
Drag peeler.
Keep on him.
Yes, Steve.
Keep on him.
Feel the stripe. You know, take your time with him. That's a good fish right there. You put a lot of drag right off the bat. Keep the pressure on and stay with him.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
What is it?
I don't know.
Whatever it was,
Just keep them hooked up.
it had a big tail.
Maybe just walk the dog, steady pressure.
Oh yeah,
Nice cat.
nice kitty.
Big blue, isn't it, or is that a flatty?
Looks like about a 20-pound fish.
I'm gonna slip in here with the net.
Okay.
Maybe probably try to head shake you.
Oh yes, yes. He's got the nectar bait in his mouth. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Boom.
All right, we're doing a little bit of live bait fishing here today. I've got a live fire-dyed white perch. I'm using about a 3/0 eagle claw. This is an octopus hook, so you got to set the hook on these. But it's a nice live bait hook. It's got a short shank. You can hook them right through the nostrils. You can hook them up through the lips. But we're fishing in a little bit of current, so I hook them through the mouth. You don't want to hook the fish through the back if we're in current, because they'll pull against the current and actually water will go into their gills. But that's exactly how you hook them in current, and they're ready to go. We've got this one on a slip bobber, so we're going to throw him out there and see if a kitty cat or a striper can't find him.
Got him. Yeah. Dude, this one's fighting. This might not be a catfish.
It's not barrel rolling like the last blue.
No, he just took home.
Might be a striper.
See him yet?
No.
What'd you have on there?
One of those live Chartreuse Fire Dye minnows.
Oh, dude.
The yummies.
Told you to put that out there.
Oh, crap,
Oh, it's a
dude.
gar.
It's a gar.
Yes, it's a gar. It's a big gar. No way. Oh, it's a big one. Oh, yeah. No way. Look at the size of that one.
That's a dinosaur.
Wow. You didn't tell us we were going to catch gar.
You never know. That's a long one there.
Got my gar tar. Look at that thing. That thing's like a dinosaur. First one I've ever seen.
All right, so there's really been two ways that we're catching fish today. We're fishing muddy water, high water, so we've been using the Catfish Nectar, soaking baits in that. And then the other thing we've been doing to help with visibility a little bit, we have some live baits out there. We have some live bluegill, we have some live perch. So we've soaked those in the fire dye, and it's amazing how much it increases the visibility. You can hang it over the side of the boat and look at the fish in the water, and you'd be super surprised how bright that fish shines in that muddy water. So yesterday we had a great day fishing. We caught a ton of fish on the fire dye. For whatever reason, they were hitting that over the cut bait. Today they seem to be liking the cut bait, so it really varies day to day. It helps to have more than one tool in your arsenal. Anybody that fishes a lot will tell you you can't do the same thing all the time and expect to catch fish. You got to mix it up, see what the fish want that particular day. The same's true for catfishing. So